Well, what is going on? Welcome back to Clayton Schick Outdoors. Of course, I'm Clayton Schick. This is the beautiful outdoors, and I am at one of my favorite locations, Last Mountain Lake. Big water, big walleyes. That's the goal, is to try to catch some big walleyes. I'm actually here for a couple days. I'm staying right over here, GNS Marina, for one night. So I don't know whether this is going to turn into one video, two videos, multiple videos. I do have some things I want to do. I'm getting lots of comments that people want to learn about the Livescope settings, different things like that. I have lots I want to talk about, but obviously the fish will dictate. Having a brain fart with the word, dictate how much I get to talk about. This is a gorgeous launch location though. I always love coming here. Rowan's Ravine. They have multiple slips to dock at. It's super fast, it's super quick, even when the parking lot fills up. They have different launch slips here that you can, marina slips, I should say, that you can rent for the night, the weekend, etc., or the year. And of course, they have a fully stocked store, bait, tackle, all that fun stuff. And if you buy some stuff from the store and ask where the bite is, they'll obviously always help you out and point you in the right direction. But I gotta get the boat fired up, get my rain suit on, because it's big water, could be rough. I don't know where I'm going yet. We're just gonna make it up as we go, but come with me for a couple adventures anyway, or maybe one, who knows. And let's go chase some big walleye at Last Mountain Lake. Let's do it. Okay, we made it to spot one. This camera seems a little bit crooked. It's bumpy. The ride was really good for almost the whole way out here. I went for about a 25-minute ride. The last like 5 minutes got a little choppy. That's the way this lake works. It's huge, it's big, winds can come up. This is big water. I don't suggest coming out here in a smaller boat in big winds. I'm not saying you can't go here with a smaller boat, but just watch your weather forecast. Pay attention to that, because this lake can get rough. As far as like southern lakes go, like this is one of the roughest lakes I know around. Diefenbaker can be really bad too, but it's big, wide open. You get a north wind down here, you can see 4 or 5 footers. It's potential. I know a lot of times it's like, oh, I was in 10 footers. No, it's realistically probably 4, but a 4-foot wave is big. So anyways, we're gonna poke around. I've got 4 rods here picked out, a couple different baits. I won't talk about any of the baits right now until I start to catch some fish. I am gonna start with a tickle tail though, and kind of look around. I'm gonna use a live scope, find some fish, cast, jig, do whatever. I'm just excited to be out here. Let's do it. I'm just excited. I'm just excited. I think I want to go shallow. Water is 53 degrees here. It was 50 degrees at the launch. So I think I made the right choice by making a little bit of a run. Plus this is pretty close to what would be the spawning area. And this would be like where they would start their migration back to their summer homes or summer places. Not to say there can't be fish everywhere on the lake, but a lot of these fish, I think, do come to certain spawning areas and then they migrate back to their homes, basically. Obviously, they have lots of homes. They're walleye. They go everywhere. They're fish. The whole lake's the home. Not like us. We've got one home. Some people have 2 and 3 homes, but most of us have one home. Some of us don't have a home. You know, this is the way it goes. I'm going to use a mixture of live imaging and some side imaging as well, likely. We shall see. I'm shooting out 60 feet. I think I gotta get shallow. I think I gotta get tight to shore. There we go. Yeah, that did not take long. They're shallow. They are shallow. I like it. Oh, like I am in 8 feet. Normally, I'm not catching them this shallow here, but I don't get a fish this early either. That is a nice first fish right there. That is a nice first fish. Awesome. Tickle tail is inhaled. Nice 26 and a quarter. Well, that is an awesome first fish. 26 and a quarter, 8 feet of water, baby. Easy, easy. This fish is so lively. Awesome. Plastics in rough, shallow water. So good. I'm gonna try the jig in the minnow a little bit. Seeing lots of fish. I think there's some seem like they're carp too. But I'm gonna just toss a minnow down a little bit and see if I can maybe get some kind of reaction out of these fish with the jig and a minnow. I'm feeling like a lot of these fish are carp. This is such a good tool to carry with you if you want to see what you're seeing down there, right? In terms of structure, fish, etc. But I'm going to see if I can drop this down and see if I can find any fish. But obviously water clarity is going to be your biggest hurdle when it comes to something like this, and how much the boat's moving as well. The less the boat's moving, obviously the easier it is. Sometimes the sun can be a little bit of a disadvantage of seeing it, but actually you can hook up an HDMI cable. You can hook this up to your graph as well to get a better shot. But we're gonna drop the camera down and see if we can see what some of these fish are. I have a feeling they're carp. They're pretty round on the Livescope. Of course, as soon as I start looking with the camera, no, all the fish leave. I recorded the structure a little bit though. You can see I'm like in some noticeable rocks for sure. And probably that transition from the rocks to the sand is going to be a key ingredient for sure. I'll kind of keep this out, so if I see some more fish or pods of fish like that I'm unsure of that aren't biting, I can drop the camera down pretty quick and identify them. But this is the Aqua Vu 822. You can record on it. It's probably one of the best ones to have in your boat, where it's nice, small, universal. These aren't the ones that I do my videos on in the winter, but this is a very good camera to have in your boat. Aqua Vu 822. They also have a 722. The 722 doesn't have the recording feature though, but that's just one size smaller, obviously a little bit cheaper and just as good. And it is HDMI compatible. You can hook it up to your screen as well, I believe. Don't quote me for sure. Contact Aqua Vu if you want to do that and ask for sure. But anyways, this does work to identify structure, fish, etc. There's definitely carp around though. I'm pretty sure some of those fish I saw cruising through were carp. They were big round blobs. So we'll kind of keep working here, cast the tickle tail around a little bit more, maybe crank the shoreline at some point. But we will try to locate some more walleyes though. Okay, casted out the jig and the minnow, got whacked. Jeez, there's definitely some nice fish around here. This is a walleye. It's a good walleye because it's got big, wide head shakes. It's lots of weight too. I got a light rod for though right now as well. This is one of my lighter rods. Oh, that's a nice fish. Nice fish. So maybe some of these marks are walleyes. Oof. Oh, unbelievable. Come here. Get up here. Get up here. Just hardly hooked. Oh, that's bigger than the first fish. The old jig in the middle. Casting it out, reel it in real slow. Hardly hooked. That is a big, thick fish. Wow. 27 3/4, and I got a text message. That is a beautiful fish. I think, what did I say, 27 3/4? Thick, tall one, blimp. Oh, so good, so good. The old jig in the minnow strikes. Jeez, dropped right to that fish. It's following it, it's following it, it's following it. That's not a carp. Come on. Come on. Come on. That was unbelievable. Wow. That fish followed it for a little while. Another really nice fish. Not as big as the first two, but quality. That was awesome. That one I definitely saw on the Livescope, pitch to, and then just reeled above it the whole time. The old jig in the minnow strikes again. What a powerful weapon it is. Nice fish. Oh. Well, like I said, not as big as the first two fish. A nice 24-incher. That's 3 fish pretty quick. That 25-minute drive up here was well worth it. There's literally so many different ways to catch walleye. Like countless different ways. And the more ways that you can learn and figure out, the better of an angler you will become, 100%. If you just constantly pull a worm harness around and that's all you do, well, you'll probably get good at that, but you'll suffer when that's not happening. Part of being a good walleye fisherman is being able to adapt in different situations. There's always a way to catch them. There's always somewhere on the lake that they're biting, almost. Like, I'm not saying you're gonna have days where you're only gonna get 4 or 5, and not 100, but you can find fish. Like and the proven fact is, like, no matter what tournament scene you ever look at, there's somebody out there that's always catching them. That's one of the things I love to strive to do, is just like be a better angler and better myself. Try a bunch of different techniques. Awesome. That one was right on the bottom. Went to a little jerk shad here. Jeez, feels nice. Not huge, I don't think, but just decent. Look at it on the Livescope. Kicking around. Another nice fish. Oh no, that's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. That's a gooder. That is a gooder. Get him up close enough here, grab the net, and scoop him in. Oh, I was okay. I didn't stab at him. I waited. Okay, there we go. I've caught 4 fish and they're all over 24 inches. Awesome. On 3 different style of baits. That one goes 28. Bottom lobe of the tail, 28. Top looks funny. Almost like it's been trimmed for a tournament back in the day. 28 inches. 4th fish of the day, 28 incher. Not super thick. Good old Last Mountain Gold right there. See ya. So as I said, when I landed that fish, I've caught 4 fish on 3 different baits. Pendu jig with a 3.8 inch tickle tail, that's a 3/8 ounce. A jig in the middle, that's a 1/4 ounce Kalin's Google Eye jig. And then this one here is a 1/4 ounce Kalin's swim bait jig, and that is a Crush Cities, I think it's called the Jerk. It's like a little minnow presentation, and it's like a floating plastic. And that fish ate it pretty tight to bottom, if not on bottom. So possibly the head was on the bottom and the tail was kind of up in the water column, and he sucked it up. So 4 different fish on 3 different baits. It's been pain to mix it up. I've just been kind of switching back and forth between everything. And I'm actually really impressed with the swim bait jig head for these, because it's a really good stiff shank. I'll put a picture of what the package of these swim bait jigs look like, but they come in packages of 2. I've used the 3/8 and the 1/2 ounce before for lake trout, but I got some 1/8 ounce and 1/4 ounce for walleye this year. Gonna be fun. Cold water, only 53.6. I feel like the slower presentations are obviously a little bit better, and I wonder if this water warmed up, I bet you this little shoreline right here would stack up most likely, especially with the wind blowing in. It's so hard to say. Cannot complain with what I've caught so far by any means. Been fishing in this spot for about an hour and a half, but those are 4 quality fish. Oh, come on. That was awesome. Watch that fish follow it up. And I just let it sit on the bottom for a second. He sucked it up off the bottom. Another quality fish. Wow, I should have been doing a top 5 today. This is epic. These rods are nice for this. Really nice. I just feel like, and I'm probably gonna lose this fish now, but I feel like I keep these fish buttoned so well with these rods. A little bit longer rod. Nice. Okay, net. Bring them up. Scoop them. Oh, almost messed that up, but we got him. Open up my bail. Boom. So good. 25.5. It's good. See ya. So I've been kind of just going down this shoreline really slow with the big motor, and I got the Kraken, and as soon as I see some fish on the Livescope, I anchor lock real quick and then pitch them out in that area. And that one, actually, there was like 2 or 3 fish there, and I popped it up and I saw a fish come up. So I just let my jig fall, even though I couldn't see it on the Livescope anymore at that point because my boat was turning. And when that jig fell, the fish followed it. I let it sit there for a second or 2 and then tightened up on it, and that fish was there. He sucked it up right off the bottom. This is good. This is very enjoyable. I love Last Mountain. Like, it is an unbelievable fishery. Like, the walleye fishing is incredible here. I love the accommodations at GNS. It's super, it's simple, it's cheap. I'm here to fish hardcore, right? So I'll show it off later in this video or the next video, because I don't know how many videos we'll do in this sense, but it's, like I said, it's super, it's simple. I'm here to fish. I need a place to sleep at night, and that's it. I'll probably eat right at the restaurant there at Mama Bear's Den and get a bannock burger tonight, something like that, and fish hard tomorrow. But it's only 1:41. I still got piles of time yet today to enjoy the rest of my day, slay some more walleyes, hopefully crack a 30-incher so I can have a root beer when I get back home. Things are good, like very, very enjoyable. Oh, I missed him. It's like I could have caught that one. He might come back though. He might come back. Yeah, right on the bottom. Right on the bottom. Well, our smallest one of the day, but right on the bottom. I did miss him the first time. A nice 21-incher right there. You'll notice in these next couple videos when I fish Last Mountain, I don't keep any fish, or I hardly keep any fish. Maybe 1, 2 at the most in like 2 days. Last Mountain is such a trophy fishery, and I'm not telling people not to keep fish out of Last Mountain. I get it. You go fishing, you spend your days out there, right? Lots of money to go fishing. You want to take some fish home. I get it. Be selective though of what you take. Don't take your limit every time. Limit your catch, not catch your limit. And I say that just because this lake has such good genetics for giant walleye. And even if you kill an 18-incher, that fish could potentially be 30 inches in 10 more years, and it could be 13 pounds, etc. I really am careful in terms of like what lakes I always like take fish out of. Lake of the Prairies is one I keep a lot of fish. Crooked, Katepwa, Mission, Echo, Pasqua, those ones. Last Mountain and Tobin Lake in my mind, Diefenbaker as well. And Diefenbaker is a little bit different because it's on that river system. I feel like it's just so, it's so plentiful. But anyways, what I'm saying is that don't kill as many fish out of a trophy fishery. Take them more from a lake that's known for eaters. And I'm not telling you what to do. All I'm saying is that's what could help our fisheries going forward, where there's more trophy fish for everybody to catch and enjoy. Because let's face it, we all love to catch big fish. There's no doubt, I would bet any money that 95% of my followers love to catch trophy fish. That one feels smaller. I'm pretty sure I've got some more like eater size right here. Yeah, so you can definitely tell on the Livescope size. This is probably like a 20, 21 again. So maybe a little bit too big for what I like to keep. But very aggressive. Nice fish, 22 inches. So I got a couple different rods on the go right now, but I'd say that this has been one of my favorite new walleye rods this year. So this is an Elliot, the Identity series. This being a 610 medium light, extra fast action. It's an extra fast action, but yet it still seems like it bends far enough into the blank to keep fish pinned, but it's so sensitive. When you have like an extra fast action, you're gonna have a more sensitive rod, but sometimes you can give up that load that it's going to load kind of in the back, in the top end of the blank. Well, yeah, just break your rod, Clayton. It's gonna load more in the top end of your blank, which then sometimes is gonna cause you to lose some fish because you're at the capacity, but yet it's almost like in between like a fast and an extra fast. I feel like it's still has enough load to it where I feel like I'm keeping these fish buttoned. It's a really, really nice rod. So I'll actually link this specific rod below. It is labeled jig and plastic, so it's meant for this style of fishing, for jigs, for plastics, etc. It's got a really, really good feel to it. It's one of my favorite rods right now, I think, that I've been using, and I'm probably gonna have this one in my hand a lot this year. Yeah, come on. That was deadly. I think that fish had it a little bit longer than I thought too. I think. I watched it follow it down. I was just kind of creeping in here a bit shallower. Man, these fish are shallow, 7 feet. I love it. Love it. So much fun. So much fun. And it's good. It's really good. Another quality fish. Ooh, I don't like when it comes to the surface like that. See that rod, it just bends a little bit further and extra fast, I feel like. It's nice. Nice fish. Another quality fish. 26 and a half. Like I said, I wish I was kind of doing my top 5 today. 26 and a half. See ya. So much fun. Just been kind of still just moving around here. Just soaking it in. I'm gonna try to catch a few more fish and then maybe start another video. This trip so far has gone way better than expected. A lot of times when I do these last minute trips, it doesn't go as planned, but today is really good. That was way out there. Way out there. 60 feet. Made a good cast right to him. Dropped it on his head. Popped it up once. Went down. And he ate it right up off the bottom. Epic. Not sure size yet. I don't think it's huge. Just a nice one. Just a nice one. Another one of them 22ers. 21, 22. Deadly. Go. Oh. Got that bait choked. Just shy. 22. Beautiful. 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 Awesome. What a start to the trip. Not gonna lie. Couple 21 to 22s, 28, 27 3/4, couple 26s, 25. I think I popped like 10 fish, something like that, maybe 8, 9, I can't remember. Great start. I'm gonna wrap this video up. I'm hoping there's gonna be more. No, there's gonna be more because I still wanna show off the cabin yet and whatnot. I love Last Mountain Lake. Thank you to GNS Marina for having me. This is just video 1 of, who knows? I'm gonna try film another one today and then maybe 1 or 2 tomorrow. So this could be video 1 of 4, I'm not sure, but 8, 9 fish in a video that quality. Talked about a couple cool things, the Aqua Vu, the rod. I do want to cover a video here in the near future, like I said earlier, about the Livescope, and I think that'll be my next video, is to talk about my Livescope settings and the pros, the cons, and all that fun stuff. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, get outside.